Big Grove Brewery has become a mainstay in the Iowa brewing community since it opened its original location in 2013. Today, Big Grove continues to expand as it leads the way for innovation and sustainability. Big Grove credits the Iowa Green Brewery certification process, which was developed by the Iowa Waste Reduction Center at the University of Northern Iowa, for helping them focus on sustainability. This certification process uses a points-based system to help breweries identify areas of opportunity to implement more sustainable practices. In recognition of their efforts, Big Grove Brewery has been awarded the Platinum level, the highest certification available.
We came into a strategy through the Green Brewery certification program. They kind of showed us an overarching view of our business in the sense of sustainability and where we could look for improvements. And out of that came the ideas and focus on things of being mindful of our resources, what we produce and how we handle the things that we produce, whether we meant to sell it or it's an off product of what we do. I think for us, the sustainability effort was all about that, finding ways to be mindful of what we use and then what we create.
Some of their implemented practices are visible to the customer, including permeable pavers to reduce runoff to the nearby creek, high-efficiency equipment, and recycling containers. However, many of their sustainable efforts take place behind the scenes, such as TOM, their total oil management system, composting, and, thanks to a grant from the City of Iowa City, a carbon recapture system they affectionately call CC.
The CO2 recapture system is quite simply a way for us to capture what we use to then produce what we make. So in this case, we capture CO2 that happens naturally during our fermentation process. We capture that, it scrubs it, cleans it up, pressurizes it, chills it down, and then stores that same CO2, which we can then reuse. It's also very economically helpful for us in the sense of I'm not buying CO2 to put back into a beer that produced CO2 in the first place.
In addition to their sustainable operations, being a part of community revitalization is a key factor when looking for growth opportunities.
We really enjoy the community building part of it. Not just building the building, but building a community around us. For us, we look at Solon, what that street was back 10 years ago when that first opened, to what it is now. It's a very vibrant downtown area. We look at the area around us here in Iowa City. We had some older buildings that had been long forgotten. You look at what this place is now in the area around us with the park and the new development. We're very excited what this looks like now. Des Moines is no different. Again, it was a building that was kind of left and forgotten for some time, and so we were able to take that building and then not just remodel the building, but the area around us and the community around us we feel is always improved with our efforts.
Their efforts to support the surrounding community ranges from locally sourcing ingredients like vodka and honey to purchasing 2 bison from the White Rock Conservancy in Coon Rapids.
One of the other really unique things that we got to do this year was work with the White Rock Conservancy located in western Iowa, Coon Rapids. So they had a buffalo herd that they needed to cull. Big Grove purchased 2 buffalo, and in that process what we were able to do was do a $2 burger give back, meaning that we had burgers and let customers know, hey, $2 from this burger is actually going back to the White Rock Conservancy.
Involving their entire team in their efforts to be more sustainable and build community has been critical for their continued success.
So how we've involved our staff in sustainability efforts really comes through a couple different ways, one of which is volunteering. So one of the things we've implemented here at Big Grove this year is volunteer time off, VTO, meaning that we pay our coworkers to go out there and do really fun things like help plant trees, and then we brew a beer about it. We find opportunities, whether it be inviting some of our community organizations in, and we'll do things for school supply drives, we'll do some meal packing, we'll go out into the community, and those are things that our coworkers really appreciate because they not only think, hey, I'm working for a place to do a job, but then I also know that they care about the community that I live in. And that helps with staff retention, that helps reduce turnover, and that helps for a happier employee, and that's eventually, at the end of the day, what we all want.
While Big Grove has successfully implemented several practices, they recognize that it can be hard to get started and stay focused.
The key takeaway, I think, for us in the sustainability efforts is knowing that we want to be good stewards of our resources, but we also need to be good stewards of our business. And what we've learned is that even though sustainability has been our effort, we've actually been able to save money, create some jobs, and do better as a company because of these efforts. And it also gives us something to kind of hang our hat on, in the sense of what we're trying to do as a company and as a culture here at Big Grove. If you're looking at implementing a sustainability program, starting small and getting a few wins here and there, finding your champions that are interested in what you're trying to do, that fully understand the why you're doing it. If you can find those people and start with some small wins, the next big project seems way easier than if you start from scratch and go big right away.
With its humble roots as a startup in eastern Iowa, Big Grove continues to seek new ways to lessen its footprint while growing for the future. They credit the Iowa Restaurant Association as a key partner in their growth.
So the benefit of the Iowa Restaurant Association, I would say, is really three things. One of which is the lobbying and legislative effort that the Iowa Restaurant Association puts forth, meaning that keeping the best interests of members in mind, helping protect us and continue to improve on policies that help us run our businesses. The second is just the connection and community that the Iowa Restaurant Association provides. And the third is that advocacy and that push to continue to push the envelope for the culinary scene, not only in the Midwest, but in Iowa, and proving that you don't have to be a coastal city in order to be amazing at our culinary efforts, our innovations, our talents for the people that are located right here in Iowa.
Congratulations to the entire team at Big Grove Brewery, the Iowa Restaurant Association's 2023 Sustainability and Innovation Award winner.